This is Neal Fehringer. I am a certified professional agronomist for the American Society of Agronomy, and I am the director of agronomy for Encore Green Environmental and Carbon Asset Network. There's a third entity, Synergy for Ecological Solutions, that is a nonprofit that raises money to give to growers that have signed up in the Carbon Asset Network. We have just finished soil sampling 18,000 acres north of Pine Bluffs, Wyoming. The process of our soil sampling is such: we meet with a grower that has signed up into the Carbon Asset Network. Then we go over what land he wants to have soil sampled and put into the program. We go into the field, look at what the average soil is for a field. That may be, in this particular case, we had maybe a half section in wheat and the other half was wheat stubble. And so we took soil samples out of just the wheat, and then we took another set of soil samples out of the stubble. We make 10 stops, and we go 0 to 6 and 6 to 24 inch with our probes that is inside our pickup cab. Create a GPS waypoint for each of those locations. So when we come back in future to then measure if there's been a change in the soil as far as carbon or soil health, we will relocate to those same spots. We are measuring soil organic carbon and the soil health via the Haney test, plus the whole normal soil test that you would see the farmer would normally get. We're also checking the sodium absorption ratio to see if there's any issues with the sodium to calcium and magnesium. In the 6 to 24, we look at the soil pH, the sodium absorption ratio, the conductivity, as well as nitrogen and sulfates. We put that on a spreadsheet, and we get the results back and are able to calculate how many metric tons of carbon there are in the soil, all the way from 0 to 24 inches. Other programs are focusing on 0 to 6 inches only. In my past soil sampling experience for this program, we see there's about as plus or minus as much in the 6 to 24 inch depth as there is in the 0 to 6. Of course, there's 18 inches in that 6 to 24 inches, so the concentration is lower, but there's this much. Our range plants will root to 2 feet at least. Of course, the sagebrush goes deeper than that, but the grasses will go at least 2 feet. My question is to other people, why are they not checking below that? In the Midwest, if they're only working on the 0 to 6, corn will root to 3 feet, and those roots are where the carbon's at. The plant takes in carbon dioxide, and through the process of photosynthesis, which everybody is familiar with probably since grade school, then it releases oxygen back into the atmosphere. So the more plant growth we can have, the more carbon dioxide that's going to be taken in and oxygen put out. So the plant uses that for both above the ground and below the ground. The above ground growth may be harvested by a machine or an animal, or it may be allowed to just grow up and fall over. The carbon that's in that material will then go back into the atmosphere. However, what's in the ground, in the soil, will primarily stay there. But what we're trying to do is get a higher net gain in the soil. And there's millions of acres across the Great Plains that we can do this with. We are looking at promoting climate wellness through soil health.